So I got to thinking, maybe, just maybe, I should get rid of this goatee I have going on right here. Maybe. I don't know. What do y'all think? Hello, everybody. This is Joseph K. And yeah, I sound groggy. I sound like an old man. I look like shit. Oh, wait. I always look like shit. Never mind. But what's up, everyone? It's been a long time, I think, since I've done like an actual true update video that I did not unlist and then subsequently delete from my channel entirely. And I have much to discuss. So, I'm not even sure where to go, how to chronicle this, where to compartmentalize everything, but let's just do what I normally do because I never write scripts when I speak to the viewers. So, as you guys may have noticed, I recently got back into the full swing of Tales of Phantasia. And I'm pretty actively recording Tales of Phantasia blind episodes. And as of right now, I have 42 episodes up on YouTube. And the last episode that I have recorded is scheduled to come up on December 29th of 2022. So I technically do have a little free time to like not record anything for a while and focus on other things. But here's the thing: I started recording back Tales of Phantasia. Now I just want to finish Tales of Phantasia. It's been a very good time for me, and I'm finding the stick of things. You guys may remember that the last time I spoke, I was talking about focusing on other life things, not likely going to be able to record for a long time, and all that fun stuff. But I am getting back in the recording of things. But I'm actually not going to overwhelm myself with all sorts of recording projects because, well, I ain't got time for all that. So what I'm doing now is I am focusing on finishing Tales of Phantasia, and I don't know when that'll be. I don't even know how far into the game I am. I want to say I'm nearing the halfway point. I may have just passed the halfway point. I do not know. Um, But that's what my main focus is going to be. And then after I'm done with that, I will finally record the last episode I need to record for the password run of Impossible Zombies Ain't My Neighbors. It is that's been a long time coming as well. Um Honestly, I'm a little bit intimidated by the last thing because I do remember saying in past videos that it never gave me problems when I ran through it before. But I also only ran through it and didn't go do the credit level afterwards, so I do not know how it'll be doing the credit level. Because I've actually never completed the credit level with all 10 victims, I don't think. Well, I might have did that with the main project for it, but I've never completed it with the password. And I'm actually having to try to conserve with how I use it. So, that is the state of that. And then don't expect to see Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, the Brutal playthrough until after I get my own place, because I'm gonna like have like a little setup there where I can actually have like a better setup and I could do things better and be more comfortable doing it. And then I'll also try to, because I have to reconfigure my capture card to my computer, my actual desktop, because it was configured to my laptop, but my laptop is really getting old in its age. I mean, Christ, Sky gave it to me back in, I think, 2013, 2014 as a gift so I could get into recording. So the laptop I have I've had it for 9 years, but the laptop itself is probably over a decade old. So it is on its last legs. I don't really feel like going to buy a new laptop because, well, this laptop does the job that I need it to do. So whatever I record will likely be stuff I can emulate from the Super Nintendo folder I have. And I'm not sure what I'll do on that. I mean, I've done the Super Mario Brothers. I think I will try to do Yoshi's Island eventually, but I'm not going to make any promises about what I'm going to do next. The only thing I can promise you is I will finish up Tales of Phantasia, and I am going to finish up the password runs of Impossible Zombies Ain't My Neighbors. And then, this might be some great news to people. I am deciding I'm probably going to go back to recording Zombies Ain't My Neighbors videos. There have been a lot of hacks that have come out for that game. I have most of them, not all of them. There's so many hacks coming out for Zombies Ate My Neighbors. It's not even funny. Like, it feels like Zombies Ate My Neighbors has almost become the next like Super Mario for hacks. Although I don't think there's quite as many Zombies Ate My Neighbors hacks as there are Super Mario hacks. There might be like 30 or 40. I don't even know. Um, so I am thinking about going back to Zombies Ate My Neighbors content. I actually stopped doing that for a couple reasons. One, it reminded me too much of the community I used to be a part of before shit happened. I got blacklisted. I'm not going to get into all that stuff. So that was one of the issues that not only pulled me from Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but also pulled me from recording as a whole. Because unfortunately, with the drama that followed with that, I lost like my main viewers for my channel. And now, anytime I upload a YouTube video, I don't get any comments. I hardly ever get watches either. Um, I've not increased growth. Like, I've not had more subscribers come to me. I've not had really anything going on with the YouTube. And that, I will confess, got me down a bit because it's just like, dude, I've been doing this shit for 7 years or whatever. And I had been doing this shit for 7 years, and it's just like nothing. I have nothing to show for it. So it's a waste of time. I could do other things, chase trophies, do other things that bring me enjoyment because YouTube just wasn't bringing me the enjoyment anymore. I mean, it's kind of boring talking to no one but yourself. I mean, I do that a lot as it is throughout the day, but when I'm playing a game, it's nice to have someone like watch my videos and comment and I can respond as I can. However, that just wasn't in the cards. So, regardless, I'm still going to continue with content. I will probably never get viewers, honestly. There was a time where I did think about doing this more regularly. There was a time where I was doing this more regularly. I mean, at one point in time, I think at the height of my YouTube, I won't even call it a career, but my YouTube hobby, I was getting like 4 or 5 videos up a week for different projects. So there's that. One thing I can say is I forgot where I was going with that. Never mind, it wasn't important probably. However, another thing that got me out of the Zombies Ate My Neighbors community, besides being pretty much blacklisted from Zombies Ate My Neighbors, there are just so many people doing stuff in Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and there is one YouTuber who basically makes making any Zombies Ate My Neighbors content moot. Because this guy does so many no-hit runs, and that seems like something that people actually want to see, and I'm just not that good. So I don't know. I kind of felt like, this isn't my thing. I even told him, look, dude, I'm passing the torch to you. You are doing so much more stuff with Zombies Ate My Neighbors than I ever could, and there's really no point for me to do it because you already have everything there is for Zombies Ate My Neighbors. You have the viewers, you have the stuff that people want to see, and it's just like, I have nothing. So when I was comparing myself to him, I was like, well, what the fuck am I even doing Zombies Ate My Neighbors for? They can just go watch this guy's video because he's probably recorded this hack and he's probably done it better than me. And it's just like, why do I even bother putting myself in here? The only thing I've contributed to the Zombies Ate My Neighbors community is I have a hack out there. I have a second hack that I will eventually get back to working on, and that'll probably be my last hack because I can't do the easiest Zombies Ate My Neighbors hack because that's already been done. I can't get any easier than that. So it's just like, well, fuck. I'm not going to do the hardest Zombies Ate My Neighbors hack. Again, already been done. And Impossible is about as hard as I want to go. So it's just like, yeah. I don't want to say there's like jealousy or envy there. It's just like, it's not my calling anymore. Like, seriously, this other person you can watch does much more better stuff with Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and he's already cornered the market on the hardest Zombies Ate My Neighbors hack and the easiest Zombies Ate My Neighbors hack, and you can't get any easier than his easiest Zombies Ate My Neighbors hack without making the hack unfun. And that did upset me. Tremendously upset me, because it was just like, yeah, I'm working on this new hack. It's going to be like the complete opposite of Impossible Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and it's going to be super easy. Oh, you want super easy? Here you go. Here's what is it called? Zombie 101, Zombies Ate My Neighbors 101, whatever the hell it's called. Here you go. And it's just like, really? So now I don't even have that footprint anymore. And it's just like whatever. So yeah, I will say I got not jealousy and envy, but I did get some bitterness towards it. It's just like anything I wanted to do with Zombies Ate My Neighbors just got wiped out the window because you guys can go to Zombie 101, who is a much better Zombies Ate My Neighbors player and recorder of videos than I ever will be and ever was. That's just the cold hard facts. And then I don't even know, I don't have contact with Sky anymore, but I don't think he's doing Zombies Ate My Neighbors. So really, the only person on the market doing Zombies Ate My Neighbors on a regular basis is Zombie 101. He's the one that owns all of Zombies Ate My Neighbors stuff. He is the go-to person. He'll play any new hack that comes out. He'll do it his way, and he'll play it, and that'll be it. And it's just like, so there goes the only thing I really was offering to the community for YouTube. Because it's like, I was doing a lot of Zombies Ate My Neighbors because no one in the market was doing Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Therefore, people who had a affinity or a love or a desire for Zombies Ate My Neighbors, well, they could come watch my videos because I was giving them something they wanted to see. For those who need to fill the Zombies Ate My Neighbors like hole in their heart, the ones that know Zombies Ate My Neighbors as the cult classic it is, the ones that were alive when the game came out and played it for hours upon hours on the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis back in '93. And then along comes Zombie 101, who was not alive when the first Zombies Ate My Neighbors came out for the PlayStation. It was on the PlayStation later. For Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis. But he is got the whole market cornered. You give a new hack, he'll play it for you. That's what he does. And there's just as a YouTube viewer, if I'm trying to watch a video, there are a few like key elements that need to be with the Zombies Ate My Neighbor with the videos I watch. They need to be enjoyable. They need to be entertaining. They need to be sort of decent, unless the focus is for them to be as horrible as they possibly can. And they need to be engaging. They need to do things that I can't do. Why do you think I found Sky Hurricane? Because he was the guy who, back in like 2013, I watched his videos, and he did a whole 100% run of Zombies Ate My Neighbors, which I never did. Plus, he wasn't hard to listen to, and he was funny, and he was enjoyable. Zombie 101 is stuck on God mode with Zombies Ate My Neighbors because I challenge someone to find anyone that can do Zombies Ate My Neighbors better than him. Yes, he uses restrictions and all that stuff I disagree with, but he still does it. Find someone who's better than him at Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I don't think anyone is. There's this one guy, I forget his name, Luis something or another. I still think Zombie 101's better than him. That is honestly what I think. And it's just like, when someone is already that great, why would you pick someone like me who is at best a mediocre Zombies Ate My Neighbors player and watch my videos when you can go watch his videos, which are more deserving of views than me and better than I could ever do? So yeah, I will admit that got me very like anti-Zam community, because it's just like, dude, you already have everything. Why am I here? No one's going to watch my videos when compared to yours. You might watch them, sure, but no one else is going to watch them because your videos exist. And that's a good thing. This is not a pull down all your Zombies Ate My Neighbors video, because I'd be a dick if I said to do that. No. This is your niche. This is your, what's the word I'm looking for? I've not been awake for about an hour and I'm having difficulties thinking. This is your niche. This is your calling. This is your forte. So do it. So I will be returning with Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and I had to get out of my head with no one's going to watch it, because I got to get back to the Joseph K. who said, I don't give a fuck if people watch my videos. I'll make them. Someone might come across them sometime in the future and be like, oh, this is awesome. I like how you do this. Someone might not. I don't know. YouTube was never a thing I wanted for longevity. Not seriously. I mean, I did contemplate YouTube longevity once upon a moon, back when I actually had a community that was behind me, and which unfortunately, because of my actions, I don't have that community behind me anymore, so there's really no desire to sit down and make new content. So the only desire I derive from making new content is my own desire, because I mentioned Tales of Phantasia. I don't think but 2 or 3 videos in that entire project have been commented on. One video I saw doesn't even have a single view. Most of those videos, I think, have a single like, but that's it. Otherwise, it's just like, it just exists. No one's watching a Tales of Phantasia blind Let's Play because, well, there's other better Tales of Phantasia iterations out there, like the full voice version, the Game Boy Advance version, the PlayStation version, the versions that came to you know, the States. Because I'm playing the Japanese version, and it has a translation which is rough, but still enough to be followed. And it's just like, no one's watching that. But that's not going to stop me from making it, because I'm enjoying the game, and at the end of the day, if no one watches it, oh well. I mean, I don't see it as wasting my life away or wasting my time if I am actually like having fun. I'm playing the game because I love the Tales of series. I think it's like my second favorite video game series of all time, right after the Uncharted series. And it's just like I'm playing it and I'm having fun. The only difference is it's no different than me playing it by myself. I'm just recording myself and I'm talking while I play it. And sometimes I get so involved in the game that I forget that I'm actually supposed to be recording and talking. So then I will go for like several minutes and not say anything and be like, oh shit, right, I'm supposed to be talking to you guys because I'm recording this. I'm playing because I enjoy it. That's it. No one's commented on the video saying, hey, can you do it like this? Hey, can you do it like that? So it's just like, I'm going to continue doing what I do. And unless someone comes to me and is like, hey, Joseph, like the videos, could you do this instead? I don't see the point of having to. I'm looking for my cat. I don't know where she went. She's probably in her box over there by her room. I have nothing else to do but just to record it. So it's just like I'm playing the game and enjoying it, and that's what matters to me, and I just have to talk. Plain and simple. Why do you think I put out so many videos? Like I went several months with Tales of Phantasia without anything. Like I think at one time my last video was out in like 2021, and then I didn't come out with a video until 2022, and then I went off on another hiatus and came back in the thing, and I've been back in full force since I've come back. And I've been enjoying myself with the game. So there's that. Impossible Zombies Ate My Neighbors password run for levels 45 through the credit level. I'm not going to enjoy myself. I already fully anticipate that being nightmare for me. And I'm the one that made it, so I really can't complain. Um, and then at this moment there are 2 Zombies Ate My Neighbors projects I'm thinking of doing outside of the last episode of Impossible Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Um, I'm not going to spoil one of them, but I will spoil the other one. Some of you might remember someone by the name of Frank Maggiore, formerly Frank Maggiore. They're now Mallory Maggiore. And they have my favorite Zombies Ate My Neighbors hack. Ultimate Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I love that hack to death. That's another hack like I can see myself doing different things with later on down the line. Probably not a no-hit run because I'm just not that good, and I do not like no-hit runs. A hack has to be basically so easy that I can't possibly fuck it up in order for me to want to do a no-hit run. Because my experience with the original Zombies Hit My Neighbors is just like, yep, 96 attempts for level 48. 96 attempts. Yeah, I'm good on that. So don't no one come to me for no hit runs. You want no hit runs of any Zombies Hit My Neighbors hack, you got to go talk to Zombie 101. He'll do your no hit runs for you. Maybe. I think he's kind of like stopped doing that, and he only has a few more hacks he wants to do no hit runs for, and then he's done with no hit runs. But if you want a no hit run, chances are he might have that out there for you. Not me. Don't come to me for it. I did think about doing Ultimate Zombies Hit My Neighbors no hits, but it's just like, yeah, that game is difficult as it is when I'm allowed to take hits. and I love it. So back to the Ultimate Zombies Ate My Neighbors. The other project I'll say is recently Mallory P. Maggiore came out with another Zombies Ate My Neighbors hack. Very Ultimate Zombies Ate My Neighbors. And I will be playing that one. I will probably do an any percent run just to feel it out because that's what I did with the original Ultimate Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I did an any percent run and I actually lost. What level did I lose on? I lost early in that when the first time I played Ultimate Zombies 8 Years, I wasn't recording it, but I got a game over early in that, and that's because I lost too many. I lost all my victims, and that was a thing that happened. So I'll probably be an any percent run at the very ultimate, and if I like it enough, I will likely go in some time in the future do a full 100% run of that. I actually need to speak to them and figure out like if they've done anything special or whatnot, and I would probably be good for that. Outside of that, Zombies Ate My Neighbors wise, there is another hack that I don't even remember his YouTube name. It's been so long. Well, he's Victor, but I don't remember. I don't remember his YouTube handle. He made a hack called a hack for Joseph, which he's supposed to be like channeling what was awesome about Ultimate and wanting me to play it. So that those are the only ones I am committing to now. As far as all the other hacks out there, I may play them, I may not. I also have to go back and redo Elite or try to beat Elite. I'm not gonna go for 10 in there because fuck that. But I will, at the very least, try to beat it with what I was given by Zombie 101. So those are the only hacks I'm committing to. We'll see how I feel after I do those because those are all going to be very hard, and I don't want to play super hard Zombies Ate My Neighbors hacks back to back to back to back to back. Unfortunately, it's just not my thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I like a challenge, which is why I like Ultimate so much, but I don't like super difficult challenges for Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Like, I do not like hacks. I hate hacks that require you to use restrictions to rescue any of the victims that aren't tourist couples. If you need to use restrictions to rescue a certain victim, then that is just way too hard for me because I hate using restrictions. Outside of rescue tourist couples, I don't have the time to get to. That's the way I play. That's the only thing I offer in the Zombies Ate My Neighbors community that no one else is offering. Because if you look at the Zombies Ate My Neighbors players, like the only ones I can think of were Sky, which I think he's kind of retired from Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and Zombie 101. They use restrictions to rescue neighbors, and they're okay with it. I'm not. But that's them. And I'm me. So yeah, there's that. Now, let us talk about other things. Because it's been, like I said, it's been a while to talk since I talked to y'all, and I have a lot to discuss. So recently, I had recovered from a very bad mental breakdown. Um, I ain't really talked about this on video yet, but I'm gonna talk about it now. So I recovered from a mental breakdown. Best friend of 8 years, decided it was time for us to part ways. Now she and I, we parted ways politely, uh, amicably. We weren't like at each other's throats, calling each other names, insulting each other. It was just she was like, "Look, I can't be here for your friend right now. Uh, you need to get more mature." And that was basically it. Like I said, it was very polite leaving. And unfortunately, that caused a tremendous mental setback for myself. Like, I lasted about 36 hours, I think, after it happened. And then I had an entire full mental breakdown at work in front of HR. And it was not pretty. I was hysterical. I was crying. I was just in so much unbelievable emotional pain, and I could not process it. And I broke down in front of HR, and then I was taken to head HR, and then I was speaking to at loss prevention. That's Amazon's thing. Um, and I had to go on an excused mental health leave from work. That lasted about 7 weeks. While I was on this mental health leave, I had to seek out therapy and counseling in order to come back. Um, but I honestly felt I didn't need that because I told them, look, I just need a week. Give me a week to get my head straight. Give me a week to get my shit straight, and I'll be back and ready to go. And it actually was about a week, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to go back to work. But unfortunately, there was so much red tape I had to go through to get back. And then throughout that 7 weeks, every so often I would get hit with just like depression where I just didn't want to do anything. I would just lay in my bed and watch videos that weren't giving me any joy. I would just sit there and just like reflect upon things and realize, this shit fucking sucks. I have a tendency to fail with friends. So, and that was just a hard pill to swallow. So that led me to doing like my own inner reflecting, and I'm actually feeling really good about it now. It's just like shit's gonna happen in life. People come in your life as a lesson or a blessing. Some people happen to be both. We had, for my former best friend, we had a good 8 years of greatness with each other. Nothing can take that away from us. We're just not friends anymore. And I learned from failed friendship attempts last time to not explode over that. What I did was more like implode because I couldn't process it. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on with me. Why does this always happen to me? And it was just like I just that was it. Shit has been very rough and rocky since 2016. I mean, honestly, I was feeling really great mental health wise, and then 2016 happened, and then I haven't been the same since. Rest assured, I am very well now. Um, I can find enjoyment. I can find happiness. And the 8 years we had, like I said, she was a blessing, and then she was a lesson. That's it. I don't think there's any bad blood between us. I certainly don't have any bad blood or ill will with her anymore. I mean, part of the process of grief, you get anger towards him, but rather than flying off the handle as I have in the past, I just decided to focus on the anger and try to find ways to combat it. Which that leads me to doing karaoke every other week, every other Sunday, like I have been doing for years. Um, Unfortunately, the only negative I can see of that is I don't really want to do much with too many people anymore. Like a couple weeks ago, I went to my niece's quinceañera, and I just wasn't myself there. There were too many people. I didn't want to be around them, but I wanted to be there to support my niece, and it was just I ended up leaving super early. That and I was also really tired. I didn't have much sleep the night before because I would end up going to a concert with my other best friend, and that we ended up leaving there till like almost 2 in the morning. I wasn't expecting to be there that long. I was expecting we'd be out like 11, 12 at the latest, and I'd have decent amount of time. So I had to go to work on that. Then I left early. I had like 3 hours of sleep, and then I go to the quinceanera, and it's just like I kept to myself. I ate, I talked to some people, but I didn't like throw myself in the midst of everything. I didn't want to be in the midst of everything. I didn't want to be around all those people. Too many people, too peoply for me. Um, I was there for my niece and my niece only. Gave her $50 for her quinceanera, and I talked to some of the people I actually like knew. But yeah, I wasn't in the throng of everything. I wasn't dancing. I wasn't drinking. I had to drive, so I'm not going to drink and drive. And the whole area was just like I wasn't myself because normally I'm all for that. And my sister actually texted me a little bit later. She's like, "Are you okay? You just didn't seem like yourself when you were there today." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I was tired for one, and that was just I don't really feel like being around a lot of people." Which now leads me to the other thing. I was supposed to go to my annual adult Halloween party last night. Since 2013, I've been going to this adult Halloween party. It's my sister I don't claim's aunt's Halloween party. Um, and I've been going there every single year since 2013. Well, this year, yesterday, I wasn't feeling going out. I wasn't. Oh, it's Monday. 2 days ago. Sorry. Uh, I wasn't feeling going out. I wasn't feeling hanging out with people. I know there's not that much people there that usually show up. Like we might get 15 or 20 at the most. But I wasn't feeling hanging out. I don't really want to be around a lot of people. I mean, even though I'm kind of over what happened between my other best friend and I, I'm still kind of hurt about it, and it's caused me to like guard myself even more from people. Like I don't really want to go to events because I don't know, it's just really weird. Like it's like I'm a bother being here. My mood, my attitude is just a damper, a downer for the whole entire thing we got going on here, and it's just like I can't do it. The only thing I allow myself to do on a regular basis is karaoke. And I do karaoke because karaoke actually is like a drug, a therapeutic drug to me. Because I'll go to karaoke, I'll sing whatever I sing, I will occasionally drink, and I just have a great time. And usually by the time I'm done, it feels like I've gone to a concert, and I absolutely love concerts. But it feels like I've gone to a concert after really good karaoke, and I'm in a great mood. It like sustains me for sometimes up until like Wednesday or Thursday. It sustains me and like nothing bothers me. It's because I'm still like reflecting over the karaoke night and how much fun I had, and it's just I love doing karaoke. I'm not the best singer in the world, and I found like a love for it. It's fun. It's super fun. And that's the only thing I really allow myself to do. As far as whom I hang out with, I have very select people that I will even choose to bother hanging out with because it's just like I don't trust myself around people. I don't want to get close to people because I'm afraid that it's going to turn out just like it did with my best friend of 8 years. They're going to be cool with me for the time, and then something silly or ridiculous or maybe serious will happen, and then they're no longer in my life, and then I have to go through this pain all over again. And it's just, I don't like doing that. And I'm not trying to make friends anymore, really. What I have in my circle is what I'm going to have in my circle, and that's just how it is. It's just like I need to close myself off from people because I don't want the hurt anymore. Um, this is not a pity trip. This is not poor me. Joseph's losing his friends. Blah blah blah. No, it's just where I'm at in a mental state. How I feel in life these days is just like I only have one other person I've even attempted to get close to since my first former best friend, and for the most part, her and I are getting along well. She's also going through her own stuff, and I'm just trying to be there for her for it. That's all I can do because I mean, you can only do so much. You can't fix everybody. The only thing you can do is like I find it's best to have just be there for like an ear, so someone can speak to you about their issues, and because sometimes in the moment that's just what someone needs is someone to listen to them vent, you know, and that's all I'm really offering this woman. We are getting close friends. We're getting to be close friends, and I see this being a lengthy friendship. My hopes aren't out for that because at the back of my mind, it's just like, all right, you're gonna do something, and this friendship's gonna end. I hate having that thought, but unfortunately, I think that's what it's gonna be for anybody else. I try getting close to something's gonna happen down the line. It might be something minor, and that's just gonna be it for the friendship. And then all the years and time and emotions and whatever I put into this friendship will be for naught. I mean, I can only learn so many lessons with friends. I mean, come on. I am a well, I'm super sensitive when it comes to that. I care tremendously for friends, until I get to the point where I can't anymore. And it's very hard to get me to that point. Or I'm having a freaking entire mental breakdown for bullshit that's not even their fault, and I don't know how to process my emotions, which thankfully I've gotten much better with that. But yeah, that is basically all going on with me. Um, but yeah, everything I talked about, let's just do a recap. Expect to see Tales of Phantasia coming on a regular basis. Like I said, we're still good until the 29th of December. I'm going to record more parts a little bit later after I'm done recording this and I get this video up on YouTube. I'm going to record more parts, but first I'm going to stop and pick up some lunch meat and cheese for the house. That's going to be fun. Looking forward to that. And then, yeah, I will be finishing Impossible probably like a day or two after I complete Tales of Phantasia. I'll do Impossible, and then we'll see if that one Zombies Ate My Neighbors project that I'm not going to spoil is available for me to do by the time I'm done with all that. It might not be. If it's not, then I'm gonna, like I said, I'll go to like Very Ultimate or a hack for Joseph. We'll see how I go from there. And yeah, please do not expect Uncharted for probably the rest of the year. The goal is to still get my own place by next year. We'll see how that happens, how that works out. Because when I was off for my leave, I was on short-term disability pay, so unfortunately my credit card has not been like fully paid off. Like I managed to keep my monthly payments going, but I need to like fully zero that out. And then I owe my stepmom money as well, so it's just like yeah, I got to focus on that stuff before I worry about getting my house. So the plan is still summer next year. I want to have my own place. Hopefully I get that, and once I get the place and I get the stuff set up, you might actually see Uncharted in 2024. Oh, one other thing I want to say. There is going to be some content coming to my channel in 2023. I actually need to go to my Twitch and take off all the videos I've recorded and move them over to my YouTube, because that was one thing I've also stopped doing. Like, I actually do not watch Twitch on a regular anymore. Again, with the fallout with the Zombies Ate My Neighbors community, that also was a fallout with Twitch community, and I'm kind of like blacklisted persona non grata. And no one really watches my streams anyways. There's this one guy named Alex. He'll pop in every now and then he disappears. um, there was this one lady who popped up on my stream briefly. But anyways, that's it for me. Y'all, I think this video has gone on Christ. It's gone on for almost 40 minutes. So yeah, expect in 2023 to see some Twitch streams that I recorded just get uploaded. And yeah, this has been Joseph K. I'm signing out. Y'all have a great day and keep it real. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.